My name is Mina. I am 24 years old. I live alone in a small house. This is my story. This is how my heart broke. I met Alex 2 years ago. He worked at the hospital. I worked at the school. We met at the bus stop. It was raining that day. He shared his umbrella with me. I looked at his face. He had kind eyes. He smiled. I smiled back. That was how it started. We became friends. We talked every day. He made me laugh. He made me feel safe. After 3 months, he told me he loved me. I was so happy. I told him I loved him too. We started our life together. Alex worked hard. He was a nurse. He helped people. He saved lives. I was proud of him. Every day he finished work at 6. Every day he came to my house. We had a routine, a beautiful routine. I made green tea for us. 2 cups, one for him, one for me. We sat on the small sofa. We talked about our day. We talked about our dreams. Sometimes we did not talk. We just sat together. That was enough. Being together was enough. Green tea was special for us. It was our thing. Alex said it made him calm. He said my house was his safe place. He said after a hard day, he only wanted to come home to me. My heart felt full when he said that. I felt needed. I felt loved. Every evening was the same. The sound of his key in the door. His voice calling my name. His arms around me. The smell of his cologne. The warmth of his body. Then we sat down. Then we drank our tea. Then we were happy. I planned my whole day around that moment. I cleaned the house for him. I made myself pretty for him. I waited by the window. I watched the street. I waited to see him walk up the path. My heart jumped every time I saw him. Every single time. One Tuesday, everything changed. Tuesday started like any other day. I went to work. I taught my students. I came home at 4. I had 2 hours before Alex came. I cleaned the cups. I boiled the water. I prepared everything perfectly. At 6, I made the tea. 2 cups. His cup was blue. My cup was white. I put them on the small table. I sat on the sofa. I waited. 6:15 came. He was not there. That was okay. Sometimes he was late. Sometimes the hospital was busy. I was not worried. 6:30 came. Still no Alex. I looked at my phone. No message. No call. That was strange. Alex always told me if he was late. Always. But maybe he forgot. Maybe he was too busy. I waited more. 7 came. The tea was getting cold. I touched his cup. It was warm, but not hot anymore. I started to feel nervous. Something felt wrong. I called his phone. It rang and rang. No answer. I called again. Still no answer. My hands started shaking. 7:30 came. The tea was cold now, completely cold. I called the hospital. They said Alex left at 6. They said he left on time. They said he was coming home. But where was he? Why was he not here? My heart was beating so fast. Too fast. 8 came. I could not sit anymore. I walked around the house. I looked out the window. The street was empty. I called his phone 10 times, 20 times. No answer. I called his friend Tom. Tom did not know anything. He said he would look for Alex. He told me not to worry. But I was worried. I was so worried. 9 came. I heard a knock on the door. I ran to open it. It was not Alex. It was 2 police officers, a man and a woman. Their faces were serious. Too serious. My legs felt weak. I knew. Before they spoke, I knew. They told me to sit down. I could not move. The woman held my arm. She helped me to the sofa. I sat down, right where Alex always sat. The man spoke. His voice was soft, too soft. He said there was an incident. He said Alex was walking home. He said there were armed robbers. They wanted his phone. They wanted his wallet. Alex gave them everything. He did not fight. He did everything right. But they shot him anyway. They shot him and ran away. Someone called the ambulance, but it was too late. Too late. Alex died on the street. 10 minutes from my house. 10 minutes from me. I could not breathe. I could not think. The woman was talking. I did not hear her words. I only heard noise. I looked at the table. I saw the 2 cups. His blue cup. My white cup. Both full. Both cold. Both waiting. The police left. I do not remember when. I sat alone. I looked at his cup. I picked it up. It was so cold, like ice. I held it in my hands. I tried to warm it, but I could not. My hands were cold too. Everything was cold. I sat there all night. I did not move. I did not sleep. I held his cup. I looked at it. The tea was dark green. Still. Silent. Dead. Like him. Like my heart. Like my future. Morning came. Light filled the room. I was still holding his cup. I brought it to my lips. I drank his tea. It was bitter. So bitter. Cold tea always tastes bad. But I drank it all. Every drop. It was the last thing I could give him. The last thing we could share. That was 6 months ago. I still make 2 cups every evening. I still sit on the sofa. I still wait. I know he will not come. I know the door will not open. I know I will not hear his voice. But I cannot stop. This is all I have left. This routine, this memory, this pain. His blue cup sits on the table, full of cold tea. Every night I look at it. Every night I remember. The tea gets cold, just like that Tuesday. Just like every night now. I pour it out before bed. In the morning, I do it again. I make 2 cups. I wait. I remember. People tell me to stop. They say it is not healthy. They say I need to move on. But how can I move on? How can I forget? That cup is all I have. That cold tea is my connection to him. If I stop making it, he really dies. If I stop waiting, he is really gone.